Now at 9, an Arctic blast as temps drop into the single digits tonight. We're tracking how long the cold weather will last.
Live from Chicago, this is Fox 32 News at 9.
And thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Scott Shiner. Let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Emily Walls for our first check of the forecast.
Yeah, it's cold out there right now, but it's going to get a lot colder. You just saw where we're headed tonight. We have temperatures that are going to be dropping down into the single digits, and it's all because of our cold front that's been making its way through the region. Now, we're on the back side of that now, so we're starting to see those temperatures dropping. But something else that we've been dealing with has been a little bit of light snow mixing in with freezing drizzle. So any untreated surfaces could become slick and icy out there this evening and tonight. But good news as far as precipitation is concerned, that's going to be coming to an end very shortly here. I think by about 11 p.m. all of us are going to be drying things out. But then it's getting cold. So temperatures are currently dropping into the teens across the far northwest. That's a sign of things to come. These temps are going to drop very quickly. Wind chill temperatures already down to 6 degrees in Woodstock, and that's what all of us are going to be feeling in just a few hours. So the next 48 hours around here, temps tonight, we're dropping down to the single digits. A few spots actually going sub-zero, but wind chill temperatures are going to be as cold as 5 to 15 degrees below zero. And then tomorrow, we're only looking at highs, but your wind chills will not climb above the single digits. I'll have that in your 7-day forecast coming up.
Well, if you do need a list of warming centers or tips to beat the freeze, head to our website, fox32chicago.com for more information. The city of Oak Lawn recently settled with the family of a teen at the center of this video from 2022. It captures an officer punching the teen during the arrest. And now tonight, community members are confronting village leaders about police accountability. The arrest of 17-year-old Hadi Abutella went viral. Our Leslie Moreno is live outside Village Hall with what happened at tonight's meeting. Leslie.
Hey, good evening. Yeah, it was a meeting of about 20 people, a bit confrontational and intense as police kicked everyone out right away, citing they were in violation of the Open Meetings Act. Community members and activists gather here at Village Hall to push for more answers. They're calling that settlement a partial victory. The frustration surrounds the newly approved settlement in the 2022 beating of 17-year-old Hadi Abutella. That viral video shows 3 Oak Lawn officers repeatedly striking Abutella during an arrest that left him hospitalized with fractures to his face, skull, and pelvis. Police said at the time the teen ran from a traffic stop and was reaching for a bag. Officers later found it contained a loaded gun. Abutella was charged with illegal gun possession and later sued the village and officers for more than $2 million. Last month, the village board approved it an $825,000 settlement. The Arab American Action Network says the settlement doesn't mean accountability. The organization is now demanding the officers involved be removed from the force as well.
You should not be able to beat a minor almost to death because he ran away from you and you're angry, and then go back to patrolling the streets the next day. It's time for the Attorney General, Kwame Raoul, to come in, launch a full an independent investigation into the violations of civil rights of our community and other communities by this department. They will not hold themselves accountable. They need to be held accountable by the Attorney General.
And in a statement, officials said they settled not because of the merits of the case, but because the village's insurance carrier pushed for it. Oak Lawn will pay $250,000 out of pocket, with insurance covering the rest of that amount. And as far as what's next, the organization's director says they will continue showing up to these village meetings and continue to push for answers and transparency from this police department. For now, reporting live here in Oak Lawn, Les Moreno, Fox 32 Chicago.
An investigation now underway after a woman was hit and killed by a CTA bus. It happened this morning on South Shore Drive. A CTA bus reportedly began moving after a stop when a witness tells us a 42-year-old woman began running after that bus. Police say she slipped and was run over. The driver reportedly kept going.
When I say I was traumatized initially because I was driving, and then I just looked to the side and I see the woman laying there, and then I saw like 4 people starting to crouch down to try to help her.
Now, when an accident like this happens, the bus driver is pulled off the job immediately and tested for drugs and for alcohol. We've got an update tonight on a fatal shooting in the South Loop, killing a mother. Our Tia Ewing has more on the charges coming down months after it happened.
I'm Tia Ewing with an update on a fatal shooting that happened back in September in the South Loop. Quadasia Johnson is now charged with first-degree murder in the death of 31-year-old Romika Blackman. We got the call from the Cook County State's attorney on this. Family confirmed for us the two women shared children with the same man. He was also at the scene when the shooting took place. Johnson was taken into custody that day but released shortly afterwards. The case drew national attention because Blackman was killed just moments after dropping her 6-year-old son off at school. Investigators say a fight broke out near Cermak and State before Blackman was shot. Her family questioned why charges weren't filed earlier. Records show Johnson had filed multiple protective orders against Blackman over the past year. Johnson is scheduled to appear in court Thursday at 11 in the morning. We'll continue to follow this case and bring you any new updates.
Chicago Public Schools just agreed to the largest school sex abuse settlement in Illinois history, $17.5 million. Attorneys representing the victim in the case, known only as Jane Doe, say that former CPS Dean of Students, Brian Crowder, sexually abused the girl during her junior and senior years at Social Justice High School between 2015 and 2016. Now, the former student alleges that Crowder even posed as her own stepfather, signing a consent form to obtain abortions. Crowder was found guilty of sexual abuse, sentenced to 22 years in prison back in August. In Woodstock, firefighters are looking into the cause of a partial roof collapse. It happened at Thompson Appliance near the corner of Clay and East Church Street. The building owner reporting it at about noon. Thankfully, no one was inside at the time of the collapse. The store was actually closed at the time. Chicago taking a harder look at hemp. The city's Committee on License and Consumer Protection just approving a ban on hemp sales, a move that is sparking a lot of buzz, both for and against. Our Casey Cronus has the debate stirring at City Hall.
In a 10-6 vote, the ban passed committee and will next make its way to the full city council. Those in support of the ban say this is about safety, while the people against it tell us their livelihoods are on the line. There is growing controversy over a hemp ban that could be planted across the city. If adopted by the full council, a citywide ban would shut down the sale of hemp-derived products that contain chemical compounds found in cannabis, unless sold by licensed cannabis dispensaries. It comes ahead of a federal hemp ban set to take effect next November.
My next step is to begin working to get 26 votes on an ordinance. I don't think it was a coincidence that once I put the ban down with Alderman Tabarrus, all of our suburbs also started putting the ban down. So there is a shadiness to this industry.
The local ban was proposed by alders Marty Quinn and Silvana Tabarrus, who have stopped hemp sales in their own wards, standing by their belief that bad actors are endangering customers and kids.
There has been talk about how the city can profit from these dangerous narcotics, but public health is not for sale.
But those who spoke out against the ordinance say an outright ban would crush mom-and-pop businesses across the city and argue it would harm customers that depend on their products for various medical conditions. Instead, they're calling for responsible regulations, like banning the products for anyone under 21.
Instead, you put it all to the side. You encourage those bad actors that you are trying to remove. You're enabling them when we need to regulate the beverages that we already have in the market that we already have.
The Illinois Healthy Alternatives Association and the Illinois Black Hemp Association urging city leaders to take a closer look at the ordinance and its sweeping implications.
That would create a further monopoly by the marijuana industry. Alderman Quinn has taken a position of basically throwing out the baby with the bathwater.
We test our products. We are industry leaders. And this is what we stand.
A total of 7 wards, with 3 others pending, have already banned the sale of hemp products. Now the ordinance is off to the full council for a vote in the coming weeks. Reporting at City Hall, Casey Cronus, Fox 32, Chicago.
An Illinois senator is pushing for all air traffic controllers to get a $10,000 bonus. The senator says they deserve it. Only some, though, will see it. And how Illinois Senator Dick Durbin is hoping to help immigrants who came to the U.S. as children obtain citizenship. Keep it here. Looking live at the U.S. Capitol building, an Illinois senator looking to help provide migrants, or rather immigrants, a clear path to citizenship. Senator Dick Durbin will be reintroducing his DREAM Act. This legislation is designed to help those brought here as children to get citizenship. He shared the story of a young woman as an example of why these young immigrants deserve a chance.
Ms. Lopez Beloza is one of countless dreamers who have great potential to make this a better country. They're not asking for a free ride. They are hardworking and determined.
Dick Durbin first introduced the DREAM Act some 24 years ago. Meanwhile, Illinois Democratic Senator Tammy Duckworth is urging the U.S. Secretary of Transportation to give all air traffic controllers a $10,000 bonus, and not just those with perfect attendance. Today, she sent a letter to Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy. She says they deserve this bonus for working unpaid during the shutdown to keep our skies safe. The bonuses reportedly are for those who did not take a sick day. She took to Twitter, saying in part, in a workplace where one mistake can be deadly, punishing 96% of the workforce for something as normal as taking a sick day will only incentivize folks to show up when they're not at our best. All right, big story here tonight is going to be the major drop-off in temperatures. Emily, I'm going to climb up on my soapbox just for a quick second. If you've got a four-legged friend and they're doing their business tonight, keep an eye on them, because when it's too cold for us, it's too cold for them.
That's right. You know, and I also have a dog. I was out walking yesterday, actually, in the morning, and temperatures were right around 20 degrees, which we think is cold, but it's not too cold, right? But it was for my dog already. So just kind of keep that in mind. Tonight it's going to be much, much colder. We have wind chill temperatures down to about 6 degrees in Woodstock. We're already down to 9 in Waukegan. Many areas still seeing wind chills that are in the teens and low 20s, but all of us tonight are looking at sub-zero wind chill temperatures as actual air temps are going to drop to pretty close to zero, if not just a few degrees above that. So futurecast wind chill by 7 a.m. tomorrow. It's going to be as low as 5 to 15 degrees below zero is what it's going to feel like, especially across northern Illinois. Northwest Indiana going to be slightly warmer just because overnight low temperatures in northwest Indy going to be a tad warmer thanks to lake effect cloud cover. And then through the day tomorrow, it's still going to be very cold. Actual high temps are going to be in the mid-teens, but wind chills are only going to be in the upper single digits to low teens. The radar right now, we have still a couple spotty scattered snow showers out there, even some freezing drizzle mixing in at times. So any untreated surfaces, they are going to become slick and icy out there tonight, and they're going to stay that way for a few days. Overnight low temperatures tonight dropping down to 4 degrees in the city. Most suburbs, especially west of Chicago, going to get pretty close to zero. Our usual cold spots, think DeKalb, Aurora, Woodstock, very easily going to be a degree or two below zero. And again, that's where we could be seeing those wind chills as low as about 10 to 15 below. 7-day forecast for you tomorrow. Sunny skies, 16 degrees, 25, mostly cloudy on Friday. Same thing on Saturday in the 20s. And then we see a chance of snow almost every single day early next week, but no major systems are coming through, Scott.
I see you bumped the low down to 1 again.
I did. I know. You know, I'm going to get it right, though.
Okay.
All right. Let's take a look at our weather pick of the day. This was taken by David, and of course, this is on State Street.
Nice.
Looking at Macy's. Gorgeous there. You know, so ready for the holidays, and it's gorgeous downtown right now.
Very nice. It is very nice.
That's all I got.
I'm Luke Ellis. Bears-Packers rivalry is relevant again, and the Bears talk about it in their own words. And Brother Rice beat St. Rita in September. Tonight, Rita gives Rice the safety during the Class A title game. We'll have highlights for the state title and Southwest side bragging rights in sports.
On the Chicago Report, will President Trump launch an attack in Venezuela? This comes as Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth faces controversy over the so-called drug boat double strike. Plus, why are those Cook County property taxes so high? The answer might surprise you. And Cook County Sheriff Tom Dart talks about the troubled electronic monitoring program. All that and more tonight on the Chicago Report. Join
All right, it's been the most played matchup in pro football since 1921. Football's longest-standing rivalry escalated this past January. New Bears head coach Ben Johnson took a shot at Packers head coach Matt LaFleur. Stakes are high. Green Bay can move into first place with a win. Bears-Packers, the next chapter, in their own words.
I know this is the toughest division of football right now. I've got tremendous amount of respect for the coaches and the players in this league. And to be quite frank with you, I kind of enjoyed beating Matt LaFleur twice a year.
Do you have beef with Coach Johnson?
I was waiting for this. I don't know Ben Johnson.
It's a good team, man. They're playing good football right now. They've really come on, especially these last 3 games. This defense, I think I said it yesterday, it might be the best defense we've seen all year. So all hands on deck.
I mean, I know it's hatred. They're getting talked about all the time. Anyone you talk to, it's always beat the Packers.
You love rivalries. I've been in some cool, fun rivalries throughout my career. They're always fun. They always come down to, it's an emotional game. It always comes down to, the final minutes.
Personally, I'm not trying to make it anything more than what it is. It is the most important game of the season, but it's only because it's the next game. And honestly, I'm manifesting this is not going to be our biggest game of the year, regardless. Just preparing for a tough, another heavyweight match. I feel like it's been like that the past few weeks.
I would say the confidence is a lot higher in the locker room, in the building, and just what we can do when we put it on tape. I think for us going to this game, we have more belief than I would say what we've had previously before. I would say we definitely feel a lot better, but again, this is a different team, a different season, and we're going into it, I would say all guns blazing, ready and prepared.
All right, Bears lead the NFC North, but Green Bay is the favorite to win the division. Bears won last season's final game in Green Bay. They haven't won back-to-back games against the Packers, though, since 2007. Bears conversation continues on Chicago Sports Tonight. David Haw of The Score, my good friend, he's also at CHSN. He joins me tonight to talk Bears, Packers. And does anyone think Indiana can beat Ohio State in the Big Ten Championship? Sorry, Hoosier fans, I don't think so. We'll ask the Big Ten Network's Howard Griffith after the news at 9:30 here on Fox 32 Chicago.
Bulls looking to snap a 4-game losing skid hosting the Nets. Let's go to the second quarter. Bulls down 15. Josh Giddey would drive down the lane, throw it down. Giddey with 24, 10 assists and 9 boards through 3. Fourth quarter now, Nets up 9. Michael Porter Jr. pulls up or spots up for his 5th 3 on the night. Bulls trailing late in the 4th on their way, unfortunately, to their 5th straight loss. IHSA football Class 7A state finals. Brother Rice and St. Rita late in the first quarter. St. Rita down 7-zip, punting from their own end zone, but a safety's called. Take another look. The punter, Saul Ruiz, would put his knee down to get the snap. St. Rita trailing 9-0. Fourth quarter now, same score. Rice on Rita's 9. C.J. Gray would hit a wide-open Colin Coggin in the end zone. Brother Rice shuts out St. Rita 16-0, their 2nd state title in school history, their 1st since 1981. This just went final. Class 8A state championships, Oswego and Mount Carmel. Third quarter here, Oswego punting down 6-3. Logan Rotten blocks the punt. Gavin Conjar brings it back 11 yards for the TD. Mount Carmel would make the 2-point conversion to go up 14-3. Mount Carmel wins this one 20-3. It's their 4th straight title, their 17th overall. Emily's back. One final check of the forecast after the break.
All right, a final check of your forecast. It's getting cold,
A little
very
bit.
cold. It's
Yeah.
already been cold this week, but tonight we're going down into the single digits. Wind chill temperatures tonight, 5 to 15 degrees below zero. Although for those of you in Northwest Indiana, you're going to be a touch warmer, likely holding on to temps right around 10. So that'll be our warm spot tonight.
Wow. Garden
Tomorrow,
spot.
yeah, 16, sunny skies tomorrow, and then we will have temperatures dropping back down to about zero in a lot of locations on Friday. Then we're in the 20s going into the weekend. Next week, Scott, we're going to get above freezing by Wednesday.
That'll be nice. Melt a little bit of this snow, and maybe even for a moment use our sunglasses tomorrow.
Maybe, actually, all day tomorrow.
Oh, that'll
break
be
them
nice.
out.
All right, thanks for joining us at 9. Remember, you can catch us anytime on your smart TV. It's Fox Local. We're on all the streaming platforms. Always start your day with Good Day Chicago. CST is straight ahead.
Good night.